Hello Virgo and welcome to Truth While Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your August 2025 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Virgo. Let's see what we have for August. Your angel answer message, we have don't stop. Now this comes out when sometimes we want to give up, when something becomes too much or too hard or too difficult. It might require perseverance. This is just that kind of encouraging message to keep on going, keep on keeping on. Is that kind of energy. So let's see what we have for you as a romance angel message. What do we have for a lovely Virgo? We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Very lovely in terms of romance. And let's pull a money message for you. So what do we have for our lovely Virgos, angel spirits, guides for August? So we have successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. So Virgo, I'm doing things a little bit differently this month. I was looking back at previous years when I started the channel, because the channel's recently turned 7, and I'm going to go back to a layout that I kind of started with for the monthlies, which is really going through the energies week by week. Clearly, timing can be a little bit fluid, but just if this reading resonates with you, which it won't for everybody, but if the reading does resonate for you, you'll know the kind of energies to expect. So what do we have for our lovely Virgos? Week 1 for Virgo, angel spirits, guides. What do we have for Virgo? Thank you. Message for Virgo. I'm going to take these as the first 2 weeks. So we have the Two of Swords. I have the Four of Cups, week 2. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have a King of Cups. King of Cups can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or female, or the energy of the card. A King of Cups is connected to their emotions, their heart center, their instinct and intuition. So you might be connecting to somebody, male or female, in a general reading. So let's see what we have for you. I'm going to pull some clarifiers. Sorry, the cards are falling all over the place. What do we have for our lovely Virgos? Thank you, angel spirits, guides, for the month of August. What does Virgo need to hear? Thank you. Message for Virgo. Let's start with week 1. What do we have for Virgo? Thank you. Oh, nice. We have the Sun. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. So let's see what we have for you, Virgo. So the Sun, the most positive card of the tarot deck. With the Two of Swords, it feels like there's a difficult decision to face and address here, Virgo. You might get some powerful illumination in week 1, because again, the Two of Swords can sometimes be that sense of we need to trust our instinct. Deep down, we know what we need to do with the Two of Swords, even though this person has a blindfold on. It is about facing something that needs to be faced and addressed, and intuitively and mentally, we know what we need to do. It's just about making that decision. I feel that there's a scenario here in week 1 where we can sometimes put something off or you know something needs to be faced and addressed. But the energy that I'm getting with this here, Virgo, once you make that decision, it doesn't feel as bad as you thought it would be. I mean, it just feels that sense of if there is some decision to make and address, and sometimes we know we have to face it, but we don't want to for whatever reason, our own reasons. Sometimes we need more information. Sometimes we know what we need to do. We just put things off. This is just that kind of encouragement to make that decision, because it feels like whatever you're holding back on, whatever is keeping you stuck, whatever you're fearing about facing something here, it doesn't feel like it's going to be as bad as you thought it would be. In fact, it feels quite the opposite. It just feels like something needs to be faced and addressed and a decision needs to be made. But there's a strong sense that once you do that, everything's kind of very positive, happy, harmonious. You just feel, oh, thank goodness I've done that. I've dealt with it. I can move on from it. It just feels that kind of scenario here. If you're putting something off and you know you need to face something, it's an energy of things won't be as bad as you thought it would be, is what I'm getting here. So just do it. It's that kind of energy of just do it. Now, that could be in a life area. It could well be relationships. It could be a situation that you need to face. It could be a health issue. It could be, however that would manifest for you. It could be in any life area. But I feel that these energies are just kind of saying, once you do it, once you actually face a thing, it won't be half as bad as you thought it would be. In fact, quite the opposite. So this is what I see for you. Something needs to be faced and addressed, but it feels like you'll feel so much better when you do. So this just a kind of encouragement energy of just do it, and then you can move on and actually the things that you were fearing to face and address, there was no reason. That's the kind of energy here. You'll realize that you've dealt with it, done with it, and it's very positive and you can move forward, is what I see for you. Now, week 2. So we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. So Virgo, this can be here when there could well be some compromise, negotiation to be had here. With the 3 of Pentacles, it can be in terms of money. So this can be sometimes when we're not saying yes, we're not saying no, we're thinking about it. And that's really the advice of the 4 of Cups. It's an energy of to really consider what's been offered to you, because there could well be some kind of offer. Now, there is only a decision that you can make here in terms of, and trust your instinct and how you feel, because this can be, is it a compromise too far? Am I giving too much away by compromising too much? Or is this a healthy compromise? Is this a healthy agreed way forward in terms of money areas? Whether it's personal, professional, whether you're selling something or buying something as well, the same thing applies. So this just feels that sense of only you know what you need to do and you have to trust your instinct. I feel that something is offered to you here and you have to agree, whether you're happy with it or not in terms of money matters. And that's what I see for you here, Virgo, for week 2. Because it's about compromise negotiation, I feel, for a lot of you. But we don't want to give away too much either. We don't want to compromise too much. We want it to be fair for everybody. And that's what you need to really consider in terms of what you're being offered. And again, in whichever life area, but I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of a good way forward in terms of money. Now, in other areas of life, this can be an opportunity. Is there any way that we can make it work? It could well be trying to rebuild relationships, trying to agree a way forward as well that you're happy with. So these can be the areas in terms of emotional connections as well, trying to come to some kind of agreed way forward. And you have to consider whether you're happy what you're offered or what's asked of you or not. So this can be the energy at play. Very intuitive and very much in terms of our feelings. Deep down, we know what we need to do, really. These energies, very intuitive energies here, week 1, week 2. So, Virgo, we have the Lovers and the Knight of Wands. So, there would be chemistry with the Knight of Wands. So, there could well be an opportunity for new love. in an existing relationship, it could well be that there's a decision to make also about the relationship. Now, the Knight of Wands sometimes gets a bit of a bad rap, can be a player of the tarot, so it could well be here, Virgo, that certainly in an existing relationship, if you have experienced being messed around and there's chemistry and attraction with this person, but they're just not committed, they're just not invested in the relationship, they go and do what they want to do, they're spontaneous and impulsive. It could be an on-again, off-again relationship, someone blows hot and cold. This can be a decision if that's right for you, certainly in terms of dealing with a player. So for some of you, male or female, there's a decision to make. Could well be about a relationship that you might have had experience with and you're just figuring out, is this for me anymore? So that could well be an energy here, Virgo, for you. It can sometimes be also about someone new and exciting coming into our life. And it's not limited to player energy. It can just be somebody, there's an opportunity for new love. The lovers is a powerful union, a powerful connection. So there could well be someone all of a sudden coming on the scene, and there is just that attraction, that chemistry, that passion that you're feeling with that person, and there's an opportunity for a relationship here. This can be very powerful on that basis as well. So some decision or choice to make on that basis here, Virgo. Yeah, just lovely energy. In terms of more business-orientated energies, the lovers can be to do with things like business partnerships, or it could well be something in business and there's a choice that you need to make personally to do with the relationship itself. It affects the relationship. So it could well be some kind of partnership is presented to you, some business partnership, and you need to decide whether this is for you or not. It can also be very positive in terms of like I said, opportunity being presented to you on the business front, something that really excites you, that is that you're attracted to, that you are just buzzing about, really excited about, likely want to grab with both hands and run with. But it might mean some changes on the relationship front. Could be moving, relocating, could be some changes in terms of the format of the job and so on and so forth. So this can be that scenario where there's some choice that could affect a personal relationship as well in business. Can be the energy here as well. I mean, certainly with these energies as well, Virgo, if I'm looking at week 4-2, it can be a very powerful energy also with the lovers of just, let's do it, let's move forward, let's go for it. Because you're ready to move forward with the relationship. This can be just a really nice energy of that too. Again, if it's not a player, it's no negative experience, but it's just, you feel that you're ready to kind of take things forward. This can be that kind of energy. Because we have the Eight of Pentacles here and the King of Cups. So King of Cups can be connected to your heart center, your emotions, your feelings, can be somebody who's probably a little bit more mature, male or female, in a general reading as well, certainly in terms of matters of the heart. So this can be somebody who you have put time and energy into. You've put a lot of effort into building up the relationship here, Virgo. And this can be that scenario of, let's do it, let's move forward, let's go for it now, let's take things forward because it's working. We've come so far in a relationship. Let's do it, let's move forward. So this will be a lovely energy of that basis. Really feeling that the relationship is going somewhere and it's ready to go somewhere. And there can also be a feeling with this energy of somebody who is confident that through what you've built up with that person, you are that solid, stable, kind, somebody who's in it for the long term, somebody who can really build the life with. And there is safety and security in that emotionally. So this can be that scenario of, if you've come so far in a relationship, somebody could be asking you to move things further, certainly with this kind of energy too. It also implies here, Virgo, certainly between these two cards, if you have, and again, there could be choices in terms of money, career, finances, like I said before, between these 2 weeks. Because again, the Eight of Pentacles can be also money and work scenarios, and there's a choice here to make. So these energies could apply here. But if somebody has been a player also, this can be somebody who wants to prove to you that they've matured. So between these two energies, this can be somebody, I really want to prove to you, I'm invested, I'll put my time and energy into this, I will prove to you that I'm in it for the long term. So this can be that kind of energy of someone really wanting to prove to you, to build back up, to prove that they've matured emotionally from an experience would also be the energy here too. So these are the energies that I have for you, Virgo, for the month of August, but love seeing the sun in the reading. Always good news, celebration, joy, happiness, light after dark. Things are about to get a whole lot better. It just feels like that in a reading. So let's see what we have for you, Virgo, as a message from Spirit. To finish off your reading, I'm going to pull 2 cards. So what do we have for our lovely Virgos? Thank you, angel, spirits, guides. Message for Virgo. We have take a moment. Stop. Now is not the time to rush into the decision you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. So it could well be some advice for you. If there are choices, decisions to make here for the month of August, take some time to reflect, to consider how you move forward. But it's also an energy of not keeping yourself stuck. The moment energy is giving ourselves enough time to grasp the situation and make decisions, but not also put things off and keep ourselves stuck. So there's kind of like a fine line between those two things. Because I do have the energy of don't stop with this energy too. So just, it might well be you need to make some key decisions here, Virgo, but take the moment that you need to, but then it's all about move forward with confidence. We have listen. You have to be willing to listen if you really want to understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen carefully and intently means to pay attention not just to what's being said, but what lies beneath the words. And I did look at the bottom of the deck, so I'll say it. We have a child's love. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during this time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest parts of our hearts. So Virgo, that's what I have for you for the month of August 2025. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful August and I will see you next time.